welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making red, white, and blue popsicles for 4th of July. Now I know these are a little bit overdone, overused, like recycled recipes. Everybody does them. Well, I just decided that I would share my take on them. You know, a lot of people use strawberries, some people use watermelon, some people use blue raspberry, some people just do Kool-Aid. Yogurt, coconut milk, you know, everybody does different things. So I figured that I would share my recipe with y'all and tell you what my son loves. You know, he's 4 years old and he loves popsicles, and these were a huge hit with him. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. If you really like my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me so that you don't miss out on all my newest content. So the red layer is watermelon and like sugar water. It's like a couple tablespoons of sugar to like, I think 1/3 of a cup of water. And the middle layer, white, is coconut milk and a little bit of sugar. And the third layer is blueberries and sugar water. We love blueberries in this house. My son loves blueberries. He loves watermelon. My baby could eat like half a watermelon. Like my 1-year-old, it's nuts, y'all. Like, no waste. But anyways, I figured I'm gonna show you my recipe and tell you how they came out. So thank you for joining me today, and let's get started. So we need half a cup of watermelon, 1/3 cup of warm water, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm gonna put the sugar into the warm water and we're going to stir until all of it's dissolved. Push those out of the way and grab a food processor or blender. Go ahead and place the watermelon in the processor. I'm going to pulse this just for a moment to get it kind of broken up. And then we're going to dump that simple syrup in there. I'm going to blend it until it's a smooth texture that we can pour. Grab a clean bowl, pour that watermelon puree in there, and then grab your popsicle molds. I only had a size that fit 4. This recipe would work great with 6. I actually had some left over. For some reason I decided to use a tablespoon to pour these in with. It got a little messy, but we can clean it up, it's no problem. Now we're going to pop these in the freezer for about 30 minutes to an hour to let the tops of them set up. Next, pour 1 tablespoon of sugar into half a cup of full-fat coconut milk and stir until dissolved. We're going to spoon this into the mold. Just try to keep in mind to make this as evenly distributed as possible. And make sure that you leave enough room for whenever we add the blue. Pop this back in the freezer for another 30 minutes to 1 hour. Then grab 1 cup of blueberries, a tablespoon of water, and a tablespoon of sugar. Gonna get our clean food processor and pour the blueberries in there. Go ahead and add the water and the sugar. And blend it. This is about the point where I realized that I didn't have enough water. No worries. Just put some more water in there. I added about 2 extra tablespoons and I love the consistency. You can make this judgment all on your own. Now we're just going to pour this back in the bowl. Adding it to a separate bowl just makes it easier for me, but you can spoon it right out of the food processor if you don't feel like wasting a bowl. I just use the same bowl for the frozen blueberries. So now, of course, we're going to pull that mold out of the freezer again, and we're going to scoop in that last layer. and fill it to the recommended fill line. Now I did put in some blue food coloring off screen. You know, blueberries aren't really blue, and I didn't really want that purple look for the red, white, and blue popsicles. It's food safe dye, and I didn't add too much, so you can't really taste it. And whenever you pop these sticks in, be very careful. Try to get it as centered as possible. Sometimes it'll end up sliding against the side, and you can see where you push that blue layer down into the white. And you know, it's just not a really good visual, so just be careful. Put these popsicles back in the freezer and freeze for 4 hours or overnight. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you really enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like for me, show your support, and let me know what your favorite popsicle flavor is down in the comments. And as always, stay alert for the next dessert. Bye!